Hi everybody, it's Chris from the Evermore podcast, Newcastle United podcast on the Evermore YouTube channel. We're back with another Rumour Has It video where we're just basically talking about players who have been linked to the club in the transfer window and obviously in the lead up to it as well. So we're going to get stuck in with another player in a second for you and just have a look at the stats and let you know what we think, whether this player's a decent one to go for or whether it be a bit of a non-starter. So just before we do a little bit of housekeeping, as always, if you haven't already, please click that like and subscribe button. We're over the 1,000 mark now, so we absolutely love everybody who's clicked that button. We really appreciate it and all the nice comments as well. And we're on about 1,032, I think it is now. So we're on the climb to 1,100. So make it happen, guys. If you haven't already, please click that button, click the bell as well. So every time we do a video, whether it be one of the Rumour Has It ones like this, or whether it be the live shows every week, your notification bell will go off and just let you know a video is ready to go. Okay, guys, without further ado, we're going to get stuck into this player. So this is a player that we were kind of linked to before the transfer window, but me and Mark just thought it'd be pertinent to kind of cover him off in terms of the list of these players that are out there, whether there's interest or not. So the player that we're talking about is the Brazilian forward Gabriel Barbosa, or if I wanted to be like Guillaume Balaguer, Barbosa, as he normally says on Sky Sports. But you can see there, he's a 25-year-old Brazilian, just under 6 foot, left peg, plays for... I believe it's is it Flamengo? I think he plays. So I'm just looking at my little other odds and sods I've got. Yes, it is Flamengo. He's the number 9 for Flamengo, and he's not a bad player, to be fair. He did have a little bit of a spell in Europe at Inter Milan. It was a bit of a non-successful spell. He was at Inter Milan in 2016. He had 9 games and 1 goal. He then went to Benfica on loan. He only managed to play once for them, and he was shipped back to Flamengo on loan, where eventually he settled back in a permanent transfer. He's got 18 caps for Brazil and 5 goals. He's quite a nippy player, to be fair. He's got a good bit of pace, good movement as well. He likes to nip in between the back four, find a bit of space. He's not bad in the air as well, to be fair. Holds the ball up well, as Mark says there. His finishing is very crisp, but he's obviously playing in a kind of an inferior league, as you can see from the stats. It's not a top 5 European league, so Mark can't really whack any of those percentiles up there for you. But you can see from his heat map, he is a busy player. Probably a lot busier last season, I believe, the season before last, than he was last season. As you can see there from the heat map and from the goals as well, to be fair, he got 18 games he played and 12 goals season before last, and then season just gone, or this season so far, 2022, he's got 11 games under his belt and only 3 goals. So the goals have dried up a little bit, as you can see there from the kind of percentages, the shot completion and the goals to kind of shot ratio as well. One thing that worries me a little bit about Barbosa, or Gabigol as he's called in Brazil, he's a little bit of a firecracker, to be honest with you. His discipline is not great. Last season he got 5 yellow cards and 1 red card. Season before that he got 3 yellow cards and 1 red card, and in 2022 he's already amassed 4 yellow cards. So I know the South American football is completely mental, where they just run up and fly kick each other in the face half the time. But that's a big issue for me, certainly in the Premier League with VAR. All you got to do is fart near a player these days, and certainly a big 6 club, and the ref probably goes back and sends you off from the TV screen. Probably doesn't do against everybody else, mind you, but only against the greedy 6. So I'd be really concerned if we signed this player. Getting him a walking yellow card or red card waiting to happen kind of reminds me a little bit of the mentalness of Alfredo Morelos at Rangers, but he's done it in the Scottish League, and he's done it in the Europa leagues as well. So if we're going to go for one of those two, I'd probably rather go for Morelos, to be fair, even though he's a complete maniac. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure about Barbosa, if I'm brutally honest with you. I think, as Mark says there as well, Inzaghi levels of offside. He sounds a little bit like another Papas Cisse, to be honest with you. So I'm not entirely sure whether this lad is going to be the answer. Obviously, Ekitike is the one that we all want in as almost a backup striker to Callum Wilson. There's been news that the personal kind of arrangements and deals and details are about to be finalised. We're hoping that Ekitike is on Tyneside this week coming to finalise that deal. There's also talk about Milan falling by the wayside in the Botman deal. So, some of the fans are getting a little bit restless, and I can understand that, because this is a huge transfer window, the biggest the club's arguably had in its history, really. We've got this new takeover. you know, we're looking to push up a table. We want to become a club that we used to be. You know, I was getting nostalgic earlier on and watching when we beat Manchester United 4-3 in 2001 with Bobby Robson's side. And I want to get back to those years. I want to play Champions League football against Inter Milan and Barcelona. And, you know, it wasn't that long ago we were doing that. You know, a lot of us older fans can remember that, and the atmosphere and everything. And, you know, European nights at St James's Park need to come back. So, yes, these windows are so important. We need to sign quality players, you know, and I think the club are doing the right thing. They're not getting bullied, you know, but I do worry a little bit about this infamous wage structure. I think sometimes you got to pay top whack to get top whack, you know what I mean? But that's an argument for another day. We might even do a podcast on that in terms of a debate show. But let us know what you guys think in the comments below about Barbosa, whether you'd be happy with him or not. To me, like I said, I think he's a bit of a loose cannon. I think we could probably sign better, to be fair. I think Ekitike would probably be a better deal, and hopefully that one gets wrapped up. But as I said at the start, if you haven't already, guys, please click that like and subscribe button. We'd love you to come on board. Loads more content coming over the summer until the pre-season and the season begins. Adam's going to be back on Wednesday with an ever more special where we're going to be talking to Kieran Maguire, a financial expert, which would be fantastic. Loads of questions could be answered there as well in terms of what we can spend or can't spend, or what the club's willing to spend. You know, maybe Kieran will be in the know with some of his finance now. So make sure you tune in to that. Hopefully the week after I'll be back with Adam with a really special guest as well. So definitely make sure you check in with those two shows, guys. But until then, it's Chris signing off. Let's keep supporting that team of Core United, and we'll catch you later with another transfer video.